It has now been a week since the new season of Overwatch has started, as we got our hands on the new perk system, new battle pass, loot boxes returning, and more. In this, we're going to be discussing everything that arrived this season, my thoughts on it personally, as there is some things I want to get talking about. And without further ado, let's just talk about the main change, or one of the main changes, I should say, is the perks. With this season, the perks have definitely changed how the game is played, as it does create its own meta depending on what game you are doing or what is going on in your game. However, there is a bit of some issues, such as some perks kind of not being worth it. An example of this is Torbjorn's first perk, his minor perk. You can choose between Craftsman, Forge Hammer, which can restore armor health to allies, or Fully Loaded, which activating Overload fully refills Rivet's gun ammo. The issue with this is you can only do the Forge Hammer perk with characters that have armor, such as Reinhardt as a great example. So if you have a tank or a character without armor, that perk basically is useless. You can't do anything with it at all. And you can't just give armor like his armor packs, which is now a scrapped and removed play feature he had. Now, it's very weird that this is one of the things that the team may have not thought of, but we will have to see, as we do know that it will change over time, that perks will be improved. They have touched on this, but we shall just have to wait and see what happens. There is definitely some perks that are a bit strong, to say the least, and some that are just kind of weak, but we shall have to wait and see with that. The Battle Pass is kind of weird. I'm one of the probably few people that thinks it's not horrible, but it does have something it's kind of all over the place. Now, what I mean by this is we have a Venture Toxic Skin, a Doomfist Toxic Skin, which the Doomfist one you can only get in the Ultimate Battle Pass, or the Ultimate Battle Pass bundle, apologies. A Kiri Rainy Day skin in there, as well as a cyberpunk-ish kind of Zarya skin, which the Zarya skin completely changes her weapon. A mythical theme as well with the Zenyatta. It's very, very confusing what theme they're going for here, but it maybe is just a filler pass. The next pass could be completely different. We'll just have to wait and see. I do think the titles are something that's another big issue, that it's kind of all over the place. It's a very strange pass. I wouldn't say it's up with the Hunt pass where we got the Orisa Mythic. I did not like that pass whatsoever. This pass isn't so horrible. It's kind of all over the place. It's kind of all over the place because Overwatch China released, so it has a bunch of like weapon charms in there. It's a big kind of mess, but it's a good kind of mess. It's not that bad of a pass. I would honestly rate it probably 8 out of 10. It's not horrible. It's not bad. Could be worse. But now on to one of the biggest changes that I did not see coming that they would ever bring back is loot boxes. Loot boxes is something I played as someone who has played the game for now 6 to 7 years, which is weird to think about. It is crazy to see that they actually brought back loot boxes. Loot boxes is one of the main features that they decide to bring back because of popular feedback, and I do agree that loot boxes kind of have fixed the game a little bit. The big thing is you can't just buy packs, and at the end of every season, they will go away. You can't just hang on to them and wait till the end of seasons to open all of them and just keep stacking them. That's nothing they're doing. I'm glad they're getting rid of that. There is a instance, however, where you can buy packs. We did find this out as there was a currency called Light Crystal Currency when I found it looking up filter, and it said Light Crystal Currency. Now this, do not be confused, you cannot use this. It is a currency that is only for players in China. As you know, Overwatch, or as you may not know, Overwatch in China and just Blizzard games in China, I believe, were just banned for years, and now they have come back, so they're giving a way for players to earn content and skins. It's very interesting, but I will honestly be surprised if they let us directly purchase loot boxes, because then it gets back into the gambling addiction, the issues with that they had before, and I don't think the dev team wants that. But that's a good thing that they have touched on that, and we now know that's only for China players. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if anything happens with loot boxes in that department. Another thing we got this update was new competitive rewards, the galactic weapons, which personally, I think they're better than Jade. The Jade weapons just seemed really weird. The galactic actually seemed kind of worth it. It has that, like, Valorant kind of feel to it. That Call of Duty, like, specific weapon. I forget what the tier thing is called. But we also are going to be getting weapon charms. Now, this is another thing I did not think they would actually do, but it is only for Platinum and above to be granted next season when the current one ends, so we won't get these weapon charms. So if you want them, make sure you don't lose your rank, because if you get to gold, then you have to get to Platinum again, you won't be able to get the weapon charm. The other thing is the UI has changed. Now, what I mean by this is the quick play, competitive, and arcade, and the entire menu looks different. When you go into your career profile, it is completely different. It looks a little bit neater. It actually looks like a sequel. I will admit it's sad seeing the characters go away, but I do like that gives a Overwatch 1 feel with the art style. This is something I hope they keep, because the game kind of seemed bland for a while, and it seems the dev team is actually listening. Now, what is next for the game? Well, this season we actually got a teaser for a Le Seraphim collaboration part 2 at the end of the trailer, which is curious as we haven't gotten a collaboration with a music group besides Le Seraphim in a while. But I am curious to see what skins and what they're cooking up. We did possibly get a hint at some skins as the group teased emojis. Now, take it with a grain of salt, like a big, like almost a bucket of salt. This could just be the group teasing the album, but teasing the upcoming album, but the timing obviously is quite odd. But we also got shown at the spotlight the next character, Freyja, I believe it is, or Freya. She does have Norse background, which is interesting. I do know a lot of people don't like her look. I do agree. She does look like Widowmaker a little bit. It's a little weird. I'm still holding out the theory that she's probably related to Widow. We'll have to wait and see with that. She will be having a trial, though, near the end of the current season, like with Mauga, Hazard, every single new character that started with either Iari or Juno, one of the two characters, as well as Stadium arriving next season, which we don't have much info for. Streamers did get to play that mode, but other than that, we don't really have much information regarding that. The future of Overwatch is actually looking quite bright. I'm surprised that we're actually getting, like, content. Actual good content. And the team has also admitted that that's no longer about playing it safe. And I am happy that they're actually doing that. Marvel Rivals has not only taught them that that the higher-ups need to listen, but also that they can put in the work and compete, because now Overwatch has a competitor, and if that means they actually try a lot more and take more risk, by all means, take more risk. Do more risk. If something doesn't work, take it out. If something does work, keep it. Listen to the player base. But I am excited to see what happens. Let me know your thoughts about all these changes down below, and I will catch you all on the next one. I'll try to be as consistent as possible, as I haven't posted in a bit. But I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, Whitby 007 like I'm sophisticated. Fit on me expensive foreign fabrics, I'm sophisticated. My girl bad as hell, I wipe that shit, she so sophisticated. My life so sophisticated.